Why, hello everybody! Welcome back to another episode of Docter Presents. Before we start today's show, I would just like to let you know that yes, I did in fact buy a new shirt this past weekend at Walmart for $2.97. And before you start saying that I look terrible in yellow, I would just like to say that I know I look terrible in yellow, but I wear yellow anyways because I am fashion conscious. And you should not judge, okay? But let's stop talking about that. On with the video. Today we are going to be talking about a question that has always bugged me ever since I was born, and people started asking me this. You guessed it. The question we are going to be talking about today is cash or check. You know, it's a question when people ask you cash or check. For some odd reason, I've always found this question so annoying and so tedious to answer that I might explode answering it. But seriously, when somebody asks me cash or check, I always have a panic attack. Here's what it looks like. Well, Dr. Socks, it's time for your weekly salary. What would you like? Cash or check? Cash? No. Check. No, wait, no, not check. Cash. Cash, yes please. Actually, cash can get stolen. Check. Actually, checks can get stolen too. Oh my goodness. Well, how can I decide? I'm sorry. I have to go take a stress pill and answer the question later. And at the end of the day, when I finally get around to answering the question, it's always something different depending on the day. Like if it's a Sunday, I take cash. If it's a Monday, I take check. If it's a Tuesday, I take check. If it's a Wednesday, I take cash. And this isn't even true. Why am I even talking to you about this? If you're actually asking me if I want cash or check, I would say, why are you asking me complicated questions? I mean, this question alone generates so many other questions that I have about this question alone. For instance, when you ask me cash or check, I always go into panic, like I said, and then I start thinking this. Do they want to know whether I have cash at home or checks at home? Do they want me to check that I have cash at home? Or are they asking me something different? Or are they asking me whether I want cash or check if they only have checks and they want me to say cash, so it gets really confusing? But what if they don't even have any cash to put in checks? Then they can't pay me at all. And then if that happens, then that's actually good for me, because then I actually have time to take my stress pills and answer their question later, even though I know they don't have any money to put in checks to pay me at all. Oh my gosh! I broke the world. And I kind of broke my head, because this video was painful to make, and it made no sense whatsoever. And I better stop. But in conclusion to this video, I would just like to say that if you are ever asked cash or check, always choose what you want, because I cannot control that, and I cannot control that. What? But anyways, that brings us to the end of this episode of Docter Presents. If you have any subjects that you want me to talk about in future episodes, just leave them down in Greg's comments, and I'll be sure to look at them and decide which ones are good and which ones are bad. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.